guys, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Kris.
And we're Double Jump, and welcome back to another episode of our podcast where we don't always play games, but we talk about them instead. Except this week, we're not actually talking about a specific video game, we are talking about game mechanics, and we wanted to talk about some mechanics that we have to have in a video game in order for us to enjoy it. Well, you know, it's not a deal breaker. These aren't deal breakers, of course. However, if a game does not have these mechanics, we will get sad.
I was gonna say we're gonna be a little sad.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I'll go first.
Okay.
It's my episode. A game mechanic that I would love to have in every single video game is enough inventory space and have the items stack. And I say this as somebody who started off playing with Paper Mario 64, where you can only have 10 items in your pocket at once. Does that make sense? Of course it does. Mario doesn't have deep pockets, but it's really frustrating when the game gives you so many items and then you can't fit it all, and you have like 5 different mushrooms and they don't stack. Like, I feel like Mario should just be able to take the mushroom in his hand and like squish it together and just shove it in his pocket. Like, it's gonna taste the same. It'll look a mess, but it'll taste the same. It's fine. I mean, he's able to put a whole pitcher of maple syrup. Honey syrup?
Both.
Yeah,
They're
right?
2 different items.
Yeah, they are. They're 2 different items. But, so that's what I mean. And, like, in games like Animal Crossing, for example, you have a limited amount of inventory space. But you can stack certain items. But I can't remember if it's New Horizons, where I think the stacks only go up to, like, 9?
I don't remember. I did not play New Horizons as much as you have.
I should have looked this up before we started recording, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure in like Animal Crossing New Horizons, like you can stack your fruit. you can stack your apples like 9. So like if you're holding on to 30 apples in your inventory, you would have
4 stacks.
There's Chip. Chip says hello.
4 stacks.
4?
But there'll be some left over.
4 stacks of 9 plus...
No, 3 stacks of 9.
3 stacks...
9 times 3 is 27.
27.
And then if you're saying 30...
Oh, okay. So you would have 3 stacks of 9 apples plus a stack of 2 apples. This is 3 apples, stack of 3.
I love this. Math with Double Jump.
Well, I mean, listen. We're not going to talk about it.
I see your point.
The point is, thank you. That is the point. My point is, if you're going on like some sort of grand adventure or something like that, you want to have enough inventory space. And it's not even just enough of having like enough inventory space, but I just want like the same items to be stackable. So not only can you carry more on your adventure, but it's also more easy to sort and organize.
Yes.
Because we all need an organized inventory. That is all.
But, so yes, I prefer when they have like a sort button. It's very nice.
Ah.
I find those to be delightful.
Yes.
The other thing about like inventory though as well, I'm better at it now. But I remember when I was younger, I used to hoard a lot.
Oh,
the limited inventory space may not be as much of a problem if we actually use the items that we think we need to save for later.
No, that's not a me problem, though.
You still use like your items frequently?
No.
Oh.
I'm just not going to get blamed for the lack of inventory.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I mean, it's the same thing with Super Mario RPG. Like it was limited inventory space. It was a lot more than what Paper Mario had. But, like, nothing stacked. Like, I could have the whole thing filled with regular mushrooms. You know.
Yeah, but there was a lot more inventory space in RPG, wasn't there?
As I said, yes.
How many?
2 screenfuls. I don't know how many.
How do you not know this? That's like your favorite game of all time.
It is. I just don't know the math with it. I know the math with Paper Mario and apples, like in Animal Crossing.
I was just gonna say Mario doesn't eat apples.
There's an apple item.
There is an apple item, actually. Yeah, there is. You're right.
Anyway.
But still, I mean...
No, I'm saying, like, I agree with you. I would very much prefer, like, unlimited inventory space and at least stackable items. But I think I would be so over... My character would have very, very heavy pockets if there was unlimited inventory.
Oh, for sure.
Because half the time I don't think to use items.
I didn't say unlimited inventory.
You didn't, I know.
I just want enough inventory. Because it depends on the size of the game.
What is enough?
It depends on the size of the game.
How much would be enough for Paper Mario?
Paper Mario, I think you should have at least, like, 20.
Okay, so just double. Okay.
Yeah, I think if anybody out there has ever played the Paper Mario 64 randomizer, there are items that you can add into the game, and it's just like a pocket item. And I think there's like 4. There might be 4 or 5 of them.
2 per bag,
yeah, so
right?
there might be like 5 of them throughout the world that you can find, and it adds 2 more inventory spots. So for a total of 20, assuming you find them all.
Oh, that's
the turtle's out, so I was like, somebody's knocking on the door. She's trying to escape.
Yeah. She's sick of hearing us talk about.
I know. She's like, what am I doing
Video
here?
games.
Why is it dark?
What is happening?
But yeah, I think. See, Paper Mario, it's not that extensive of an RPG that you are using a ton of items. The items do help, obviously. So I would like to hoard as many items as possible and have a bunch in your arsenal, because some of those later bosses do get tough. But then there are other games that, like, I can't think of any at the top of my head.
That.
But like longer, extensive RPGs. Give me one.
I'm thinking of, like, Fire Emblem, but I think that, like, that also kind of has a limit on it as well.
What about Octopath Traveler?
Those, I believe they had a limit on them, but I think we were more liberal with them because, like, tougher bosses and everything.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, I'm just saying, I think, like, depending on the size of the game and the length of the journey that the characters go on, I think they should be generous with inventory space. Mm-hmm. And if you're not going to stack the items, be generous with the space. And if you're not going to be generous with the space, stack the items. And here's a bonus thought for y'all that I just thought of. Storage. If you can't fit all of your items in your pocket, there should be a separate storage that extra items can go into. You should be able to access that storage whenever you want. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Because you
I was gonna say that.
It doesn't. No, like logistically, no, it wouldn't make sense to have access to that at all times, or at least if you have like certain base camps, like make sure that you have access to it. Don't just put it in one spot so that the character has to backtrack to get certain items every single time, because it just feels like a waste of time.
I mean, no, I agree. I was gonna say, are you thinking of like Legends Arceus?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that like we spent within the past couple of weeks, like we finished up the story of it in anticipation of Legends ZA.
Yes.
So, but for most of that end game, I kept getting the little pop-up saying like you have no room for this in your satchel, like for whatever items the wild Pokemon dropped whenever I caught them. And you have the storage in like your camps and everything too, and I presume like in your house. I can't remember. Yeah, because I was gonna say like if you had access to the storage at all times, then there would be no reason for the storage. You should be able to just have unlimited inventory. Like having a storage somewhere else where you do need to like maybe backtrack, or like if you're able to access it like right before you start the next main part of your journey, that does add another level of strategy, which I don't mind. Like
yeah, that's
prepare
true.
well.
That's true. It does add a little bit more of a strategy. But if you're like me, I just forget that I have it all together.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's an issue for me, because out of sight, out of mind. And then if I need a specific item and then I look through my inventory and I'm like, man, I don't have it, I'll get sad. And then I'll just try to continue the game without said item, or I'll go on a side quest to find said item only to realize that I had like 60 of them in my trunk.
Follow-up question to that. So, what was the follow-up question? Hang on. I lost it.
This is so good.
No.
I think this is going better than last week.
It
What
did.
do you guys think?
I know, right? We have like a plot. Focus. That was the word.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, well, you're saying how, like, out of sight, out of mind with your inventory. So, if you are playing a game with a large amount of inventory, like, available to you, do you get overwhelmed with it? Or do you organize it in such a way where you're like, no, everything's right here, I got it? What do you think?
Well, it depends on how I can organize it.
Okay.
Like, because there are some games where you can press a button and it'll, like, auto-sort your items. Like in Legends Arceus. They have that. You can just press the minus button, and it auto-sorts everything, and then it's like I can find everything more easily.
Mm-hmm. But that's with limited inventory. So, like, what if you had, like, an unlimited inventory, and it was all just a mess in there?
It's still usually categorized. Depending on the game. Depending on the game. Which, again, I can't think of any games at the top of my head. I just played one like this, but I can't think of the name of it. But if you, Raph.
She's not even near the door.
Oh, she's not near the door. I don't know what that was.
That might
if
be
she's, if you have an unlimited amount of, sorry if you guys can hear the door in the background. If you have an unlimited amount of inventory space and it's like it's usually categorized, so like you have like you can use the shoulder buttons. If you're playing on a console, you have your weapons, you have your defense items, you have your healing items, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So it doesn't seem as overwhelming because instead of this one long massive page of a bunch of stuff, you have multiple pages.
Mm-hmm. So, another follow-up. This is just about the items apparently. But what do you think of the inventory in Pokemon Red and Blue?
I don't know. What do you mean?
It's literally just one long list. It's limited. Certain item stats.
I don't think we can...
You can organize it.
Listen. Last time... Okay. I don't remember anything from the old Pokemon games because I was a wee lad. And So we tried playing them a couple of months ago, like on our 3DSs, like on the 3DS Virtual Console. We started playing them, and am I playing Red or Blue?
I believe you're playing Red. See, like when I started playing these games, I started with Pokemon Yellow and also had Red and Blue. When Rachel had never played those ones, I think you probably started with like Gold and Silver, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But
like the Game Boy Color games, like
they confuse the crap out of me because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. The maps don't make sense. You cannot ask me questions about that inventory because if you'll recall, I lost my town map.
Was it in your storage though?
It was in my storage. Why was it in there? I don't know. I must have at one point while playing was like, I don't need this. And then I literally played through the game complaining the entire time saying, Chrissy, where do I go next? Chrissy, where am I? Chrissy, how do I do this? Chrissy, where do we go? Like, I don't think that's not a fair assessment.
I know. I just find
of me to talk about that particular inventory because I almost never. We haven't beaten the games yet, so I can't really say for sure right now. But so far, the amount that we've played, I have yet to really dig into my inventory unless I'm in a battle and I need to heal a Pokemon. Then I go into my inventory that way. But I don't. The only time I go into the main menu of that game is to save. I don't even look at my Pokemon because apparently there's no abilities.
No.
So it's useless. What's there to look at?
I know, there was a lot less data with each Pokemon.
Yeah. And the Pokemon don't even look like themselves. They're just like little blobs.
I mean, I think the art is still charming. Like,
I mean, it is, yeah. But I'm
turtles on the
I'm not like when we play the old games, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't even know how or when I put the town map in my computer.
I know. Which I know, because I made her, like, run back to see in Palatown to get the map, because I thought she'd just skip that step.
I don't talk to people.
No, she doesn't.
Which brings me to my next point, actually. You can tell yours, but this is a good segue.
Yeah. Okay.
A game mechanic that I really, really enjoy having is easily skippable text.
Didn't you just say it was my turn?
No, I said what you said was a good segue into my next game mechanic, so we're skipping you for now.
Apparently.
And you can end the episode.
Oh, thanks. We're not even taking turns here.
Well, I was gonna, but this is a good segue. You did the gesture with me.
I did, because
Segue.
I apparently misheard you. I thought it was my turn.
Did you know that segue is actually spelled... I'd have to write it down.
Okay.
But it's not spelled S-E-G way.
Because that's like a motorized vehicle, I think.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I think that's a scooter.
Yeah, it's really... English is stupid. Anyway, easily skippable text. I want to be able to... This is good.
I get the segue, okay.
In Paper Mario 64. You can just hold down the B button, and they just rapid fire say what they're gonna say. And it's not that they show the screen in the text in the speech bubble and then they stop and you get to press the B button again. It'll just keep going.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. You know why? Because if I've played a game 6 million times, because we all want a game to have good replayability. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. If you've played the same game 6 million times, I want to be able to just breeze through the text boxes. I want to be able to skip certain cutscenes if, the game logic allows, or the game logic realizes that I've played this before. And I also just want the text to be fast, because even if I haven't played it before, I want all the text to pop up on the screen, like, right away, so I can read it. I mean, I'm a slow reader, so I just want it all there, so I could just kind of take my time, but... Also, if it's like typing in the speech bubble and it's going so slow, I get aggravated.
And you don't focus.
And I don't focus. I mean, I don't talk to people. Like, usually, like, we'll go back to the Pokemon games for a second. Kristen's like, did you get this potion from this person? I'm like, who's that? I'm all the way over here. I need to talk in a corner because I don't have a map.
You are in a world filled with other NPCs and characters. Talk to people. You get free gifts.
Yeah, but not everybody gives you a free gift. How am I supposed to know?
You talk to people!
I gotta talk to everybody?
Yes!
I don't want to.
But then you talk to me and you're like, where am I going? And I'm like, did you talk to this person?
You've done it before, so that way I can just say, I can skip all that and
but
say
you know
which
what,
ones
you do that to me even with games we've never played before.
Yes, but we've been playing Pokemon Legends ZA, and an important person, like the NPCs have speech bubbles above their head without even talking to them, and the important people have a yellow speech bubble.
So you like the visuals. Okay, you're like, okay, that guy I need to talk to.
Because I just want to play the game.
See, I like exploring.
I prefer strong story-driven games.
Apparently.
By the way, I don't know why I'm like this.
You like the plot, but you don't like the surrounding.
Yeah, I just want to go. If you're going to tell me to go on an adventure, I want to go on the adventure. I don't want to sit and, like, talk to people. I mean, it depends on the game. Like, obviously, if it's, like, a mystery game and you got to talk to people, like, I get that. But just talking to a lot of random NPCs with maybe a reward... I don't know. I'd rather just go.
See,
with a game like Pokemon, I just want to go and catch Pokemon.
See, with me, I like the story narrative games as well, but I also really enjoy the exploration aspect. I will go around and, like, find every corner and try to, like,
the exploration is fine. I like exploring as well. I just don't want any people part of it.
See, I want to be immersed in the world. I want to be part of this world. Our world sucks.
Yeah,
so
no, I want to lay down in the grass and go, like, cloud gazing. And I don't want somebody coming up to me saying, may I join you? No! I'm having me time.
There are certain characters you probably don't mind.
I want to, if we're talking about Legends ZA, or Bane, I love him. We'll talk about that next week, though, yes. I think. I don't remember. I don't know.
It'll be at some point.
Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. Deep pockets. Don't want to talk to people.
Okay. I'm like, inventory, I agree deep pockets, but I do like the strategy of trying to figure out your inventory space. And I'd much rather talk to NPCs rather than like real life people. So I'm okay with them like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's fair.
The thing that I would really, just random segue. This isn't much of a segue. I'm just talking because apparently my turn was skipped. So
it worked though.
It did. So the game mechanic that I really would very, very much prefer to have, and it bothers me that Pokemon does not, is multiple save files. I want to try the game in multiple ways. If it has really good replayability, I want to be able to, like for Pokemon, I want to be able to have a save file with each starter. I very much prefer the grass type starters. That's me. So, but if I have 2 other save files, I'd be able to create different teams. It'd be marvelous. Like Fire Emblem games, they have so many save files, especially the newer ones. Like, let me create my army and create different pairings and romance pairings, like, as much as I want. Mm-hmm. That's what I like. It bothers me when a game really wants to have high replayability, but only has the one save file. I don't want to ruin my work if I want to start the game over. I don't want to have to, like, restart a brand new game if I'm so far in my original save file. Like, I want multiple save files. Please give them to me.
No, I agree with that, especially when it comes to Pokemon games, because I think part of the reason they don't have multiple save files is because you're supposed to trade with others. But the thing is, you can't trade with yourself on the same game cartridge.
Right.
So I don't see the harm in having multiple save files.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know, there's just so much info in the Pokemon games themselves that, like, multiple save files just need to be...
I mean, you just need to have 3.
Yeah.
Just so that you can have one for every starter, really.
Yeah.
But then you have other games. I mean, I agree with you. I want multiple save files for my games as well, especially for RPGs like that, because you want to try out different party mechanics and things like that. But then you have like linear games like Shadow Labyrinth. I might be exaggerating this, but it's a big number. That game has like 20 save files.
Yeah.
But it's a linear game. Like, how are you... What? Why?
There's a lot of collectibles to it and stuff, too. So, like, maybe, like, one game you're mainly focusing on just, like, getting through it. But if you wanted to actually, like, unlock everything, if you thought you missed something, you might go back and, like, either start over, or you can create multiple save files from different points in the game.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't beaten the game yet, so maybe there's, like, some after-game thing that would warrant us to have another save file. But... I don't know, it's just, well, I mean, similar to, like, Legend of Zelda, you can complete the game, and then it unlocks hero mode for some of the Zelda games. I don't know which ones, or I don't know which ones have it, but I know the recent ones have it, like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. It unlocks the hero mode, so that obviously warrants a new save file, so that you can, you're playing the same game with an increased challenge.
Yes.
You know, so that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just, there are just certain games that I'm like, why do you have multiple save files? And then there are other games where I'm like, why don't you have multiple save files?
To kind of play off of the Legend of Zelda one, like, take Ocarina of Time, for example. Nintendo 64. Back then, like, you probably wanted, Nintendo probably wanted, like, one console per household. So, like, say I played Ocarina of Time, save file 1 is mine. If you also wanted to play it, save file 2 is yours. Yeah. Whereas now with, like, the Switches, Rachel and I each have our own Switch Lite. Like, we have multiple Switches in this household. Yeah. Like, so that's not quite as... I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. Like, no, I see where you're going with that, because Nintendo...
I lost it.
When Nintendo originally released the Nintendo Switch in 2017, they said their goal was to have one Nintendo Switch per person per household. So, essentially...
Why would we
live in a house of 4 people. So, logically, Nintendo wants us there to be 4 Nintendo Switches in our household. We have 6.
For us.
Between the 2 of us. But, so I see what you're saying, because you can have the different profiles on the Nintendo Switch. So it's like when we play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on the Nintendo Switch, you can play it on your profile, and then I could go on that same Switch, log into my profile, and play the same game, and
we'd each have our own
save file. So I get that with the Nintendo, with the older consoles, you would have like the different save files for different members of the household. And Nintendo, they don't have to do that. And we're speaking of Nintendo because that's what we mainly play. We mainly play Nintendo consoles. We don't really play Xbox or PlayStation or anything.
Like, but we have those. We should play them.
We should, yes. But for the sake of this conversation, like, just with Nintendo, I understand why. I get what you're saying.
Yes, thank you.
I do understand what you're saying, and I think logically it makes sense, but for the customers, no, it doesn't make sense.
No, it's like I want to do different like Pokemon teams.
Yeah, especially with the Switch 2 now, because that's actually probably another podcast episode with the whole virtual game card thing. Because as I just said, we have 6 Switches. Because we each have a Nintendo Switch, we each have a Nintendo Switch Lite, and we each have a Nintendo Switch 2. Like, for these reasons, for Pokemon reasons, because we need our own copy of, like, the Pokemon games. Where was I going with that?
We're just talking about, like, save files and multiple...
Oh, but you can only link your profile to 2 Nintendo Switches at a time. So it's really frustrating... Because it's like, if we have a specific game on the Nintendo Switch, but I'm linked to my Switch Lite and my Switch 2, then it's like I gotta play around with the virtual game cards, which, you know, you would think that virtual game cards would make things easier, but it really doesn't. No. And it's kind of frustrating for people like us. I understand, like, if you just have, like, the one... Again, that's another conversation. I'll get off on a tangent, and I don't want to. But I see what you're saying with the multiple save files, and I agree. I would like multiple save files. I think there are certain games where they're just not needed.
Right, but, like, what warrants it as needed and what...
But, I mean, this goes back to the whole replayability thing. Like, you want your game to have a high replayability. So why would you ask your player to wipe all the progress that they've made to replay it again? Like, what? Yeah. I mean, I was saying, like, you know, I play Baldur's Gate 3 a lot and everything too, and it's just like that has so many save files because, like, it's an RPG. You can create whatever character you want. Like, D&D classes. Like, they want you to be able to explore those options and everything too. It baffles me that, like, Pokemon does not. And I feel like I'm shitting on Pokemon a lot, and I don't mean to. I love Pokemon. It's like the main example we can think of right now.
That does not have the multiple save files. Like, even like, you know, Ocarina of Time, Paper Mario, like, those have multiple save files when it's like they're very linear games. It's like...
Right, well, that's the thing. I mean, Paper Mario 64 is an RPG, but it is very linear, and there's no, like, party customization.
No, like
you get the same party members. You're always, I mean, you can kind of challenge yourself to, like, do an all Goombario run if you really wanted to. So I guess in that way, like, you could have different challenges for each save file, but those aren't in game. That's all on you.
Yeah.
That's the player's choice, and I don't know why. Well, actually, no. I do know why. You already explained it. Similar to Ocarina of Time, it was for the Nintendo 64. They wanted different save files for different members of the house.
Yeah. No wonder, is that, like, a thing that's... But even, like, way back when, like, for... But you know what, though? That's true. Because a lot of the old... No, sorry, I'm like, hang on. Like, a lot... I was saying, like, you know, maybe that's a thing for a lot of, like, the older video games. It's like, you have multiple save files for, like, you know, other members of the family. And I was gonna be like, but the older Pokemon games still don't. But the older Pokemon games were focused on, like, the single-player handheld.
Yeah.
It's like, it didn't need multiple save files because it was only just the one person playing it as far as Nintendo was concerned.
Yes. Yeah.
And again, I get, like, probably, like, there's probably, like, data limitations. Like, there's so much content in Pokemon games that the mechanic for multiple save files was pushed to the wayside. I can understand that. I get that. But I'm like, with all the hardware and stuff and technology, I would love at least 2 more save files for Pokemon games.
Yeah, no, I would too. Because it's difficult, too, because I have a couple of different Nintendo accounts, but they're in different regions because I get review codes from Pure Nintendo. So I can't get I can't play, like, Pokemon Legends ZA because it knows that I have it on my, like, American profile. I can't go on my European profile and play it because it knows that I didn't buy it. It's not the European version of the game. So I can't even cheese it that way.
I know.
Which kind of stinks, but it's understandable. I get that.
You're shifting.
I fidget so much.
No, you're doing very well, actually.
Thanks. I'm trying to stay in the frame.
I think we're doing well. So, but yeah, that's my main game mechanic.
I think you had another one.
Well, mildly, I like being able to jump. But that's it. Like, we're playing Pokemon ZA, and, like, we're trying to get all the items, and, like, there's one thing. I'm like, if my character could jump,
well,
she could grab it.
I imagine we'll probably get a Pokemon friend to help us with that.
No, I know. I understand. Probably will.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's just, like, it was wild to me, and, like, Breath of the Wild 2 is the game. Link can jump. This is nice.
Yeah, that's true. I know.
That's it. I mean, as I said, just mildly. It's like, I like being able to move around and access places.
I guess
it goes back to me exploring a lot of everywhere.
Stamina would be another one to add to the list too, I think.
Like, as in unlimited stamina, or do you like the challenge of...
I don't care if you have unlimited stamina or if you have, like, a stamina bar that, like, has a little cooldown time. I just want to be able to run fast.
Yeah. And that's you...
Because that's something else that drives me nuts with, like, Pokemon Red and Blue. You're walking
There's
this.
There's no running shoes. Remember how floored we were? I forget which generation it did at first, but remember how floored we were when there was just automatic running? We didn't need to get shoes.
Yeah.
Again,
I think the Kalos region had, like, rollerblades. They had the rollerblades.
they did.
But I don't remember, like, when you get that in the game.
I forget which generation it was, because, I mean, like, I think Generation 3, you still need to get the running shoes. Diamond and Pearl, I think you still needed to. I can't remember.
I don't know.
We're old.
I don't remember. I mean, we are playing through the games again.
Yeah.
The region, so we'll
figure that out.
We'll forget to write this down, and this conversation will never happen ever again.
Nope.
I have nothing else to add, do you?
I don't.
All right. Well, with that said, in the comments, let us know what game mechanic you really like to have in a video game. That's not necessarily a deal breaker, but it'll make you sad if it's not part of the game, because we would love to hear about it, because I'm sure there's plenty of things that we didn't talk about during this episode. And remember, we do release a new episode of this podcast every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But while you wait for that, please do go check out our website at doublexjump.com, and you can check out some other videos that we have here on our YouTube channel. And, you know, they're old right now, but Let's Plays will start again in December. So please check all of that out and like and subscribe and all of that fun stuff. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back next week talking about Pokemon Legends ZA.
Yes,
more Pokemon.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.